I am officially done collecting for these consoles. But before we get into that, I do want to give a big shout out to Jeremy underscore PNW. He is a channel member who was drawn in the July giveaway. And so, Jeremy, you are going to be getting the $25 gift card reserved for members of the channel. And so I want to say a huge thank you to you for being a consistent commenter, channel member, subscriber, and participating here within the Y2K community. And then after that, I do want to also give a shout out to 9Ds Fresh, who is a subscriber of the channel as well, commenter, contributor. You are the winner of the $10 gift card giveaway. So the link to my Instagram is in the bio on my YouTube channel page. So why don't you both go ahead and send me your email addresses and I will get those e-gift cards over to you ASAP. So I want to say a huge thank you to you guys. July was awesome. We did a really cool giveaway. I love it when we're able to do giveaways. And so they are the winners. But I do want to talk about something that I had been debating for a long time. And I've actually come to a decision recently. Now, in July, I was very, very tempted to sell all of my Gen 8 and newer games, even my Gen 7. So I was thinking about really selling my entire Xbox 360 collection, PS3 collection, PS4, Switch, PS5, all of it, and just being done with all the new stuff. And I've decided to hold off on that, but there is a decision that I did make, and that decision was to no longer collect for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation Vita consoles. Now, for a long time, I was a fan of picking up PlayStation 4 games, especially when I was into collecting for the Switch, because what I realized was that the PlayStation 4 counterparts to certain games were cheaper than getting them on the Switch. So for instance, Valfaris Skull, Darius Burst, they always run, even the Ninja Wars, Senran Kagura Ninja Wars, that game, all these games are typically cheaper on the PlayStation 4 than they are on the Switch, just because I think it's cheaper to produce games on the PlayStation 4 than it is to produce on the Switch, because I think discs are cheaper than cartridges. And so that was one reason why I felt like it was just a more frugal choice to collect on the PlayStation 4. I also was able to find some really cool PlayStation 4 exclusives, and I'm still keeping those. There are a lot of PlayStation 4 games that I did sell over this past summer, but I do want to keep a lot of the really cool exclusive PlayStation 4 games that I do have in my collection. But the thing is that I no longer really find myself collecting for the PlayStation 4. It's been a long time since I've gone out and said, okay, I want to pick up this PlayStation 4 game. Or if there was a game that came out on the Switch and the PS4, I was like, I need to get the PlayStation 4 version. The last time I played a game that I actually preferred playing on the PlayStation 4 was actually when I was in the process of beating Blasphemous. I actually started the game on the Switch, then moved to the PlayStation 4, and then moved back to the Switch, and ultimately beat it on the Switch. But it was definitely more enjoyable on the PlayStation 4. And that's really where I got through the meat of the game. I got through a large chunk of the game playing it on the PS4. But all that being said, I think the PlayStation 4 is a cool console. I'm not sure where it's ultimately going to fall in history when people begin to rank all of the PlayStation consoles. Sony is on their fifth PlayStation. The sixth is not too far away. We're probably going to start seeing rumors and images around the PlayStation 6, sooner than later. And so I'm not really sure where the 4 is going to fall. I feel like so many of these games were available on, Xbox, Switch, and I don't know how many PS4 exclusives there were that really captivated the gaming audience. For me, I could think of a couple. The biggest two that come to my mind are Gravity Rush, and particularly Gravity Rush 2, because Gravity Rush, there is a Gravity Rush on the Vita, so you've got multiple ways to play that. But Gravity Rush 2, I think, was exclusive to the PlayStation 4. That's the one that stands out to me, but I'm sure there's more. I'm sure you guys will leave some comments down below with some more PlayStation 4 exclusives that are out there. But for me, it's just not a console that I'm enthused to collect for anymore. And so I'm going to be retiring from collecting for the PlayStation 4. It's definitely a cool console. I actually have a brand new PlayStation 4. I sold my used one. I kept my brand new PlayStation 4. It's been boxed up. I haven't even played PlayStation 4 in some time because I sold my used one and I haven't unboxed my new one yet. So, just not really collecting for the PlayStation 4 at this time. It's just not really my thing. Now, when it comes to the Vita, I haven't really actively hunted for the Vita in a long time as well. Now, I have picked up Vita games, but I've really only picked them up from GameStop during either a buy two get one, or more so when they're doing like a 4 under 20 for 40. That was probably the last time I picked up any significant number of PlayStation Vita games. And I want to say those games were the Ninja Gaiden games. So I think I got Ninja Gaiden Plus and Ninja Gaiden Plus 2 or something like that. I also picked up, what else did I get? I did get Silent Hill Book of Memories this year, but that was on a trade. So I don't really buy a lot of Vita games either. And I think, again, the Switch has just been, it's honestly, the Switch has just been the big X factor when it comes to collecting a lot of games on certain systems, because the Switch is kind of like this ubiquitous platform for all types of games. And the bulk of the games that I would play on the Vita have actually made their way over to the Switch. There's a few that are still exclusive to the Vita for sure, but like games like Viscera Collection, that got a release on the Switch. I'm not sure if Silent Hill Book of Memories is on the Switch. Robbie Ribby and Gundemoniums, I'm pretty sure those two have PS4 releases. I don't think they made their way to the Switch yet. And then Muramasa, I don't think we got a Muramasa release on the Switch. There is a Muramasa on the Wii, Muramasa Demon Blade. But you know, there are certain games that are still, I think, like kind of exclusive on the Vita, but there's nothing really else for me to collect for that system. I actually had a lot more Vita games before, and I sold off a good chunk of the Vita games that I had. And I think what I have left in my collection is more than enough for me. I'll probably start to go through what's on my shelf and cherry pick out the games that I no longer really feel like tied to, so to speak, and start to probably slowly sell those off. And I'll slowly begin to cherry pick at my PS4 and Vita collection and like move certain games out of the collection that I'm just like not, super tied to. But overall, these are two consoles that I think I'm done with in terms of collecting. I'm still gonna keep what I have. I'm not gonna get rid of them. I'm not gonna get rid of the consoles, but I think I'm officially done with these. Now, if I find myself in a situation where I'm shopping at GameStop and they're having a 4 under 20 for 40, or like a buy two get one, and I need to pick up like a Vita game or PS4 game to make the deal work, maybe I'll do that then. But there's really nothing that I'm out there hunting for. But you guys let me know, are you guys still collecting for the PlayStation 4 and the Vita in 2025? If so, what types of games are you going for? Are you going for like the AAA titles? Are you looking for more of the niche games, PS4 exclusives? Let me know what you guys are going after, and I'll catch you in the next video. Again, shout out to all of the contest winners for July. Make sure you drop me those email addresses so that I can send you your gift cards, and I'll catch you all in the next video. It's August 1st, brand new month, right? So some changes are coming. Stay tuned. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.